Welcome to Castro 5661. Today we have a special review of the customizable capsule case for the iPhone 3G and 3GS from GetUncommon.com. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. So today we're going to have the review of the Get Uncommon capsule case for the iPhone 3G and 3GS. Now, Get Uncommon is a relatively new company with a awesome new idea that they incorporated into their products. Now, they do make slider style cases for the iPhone 3G and 3GS like the one we have here. And what's unique about their company and their products is you can actually design your slider style case. And I have my own design right here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that in just a bit though. But you can go ahead and create your own design on their website, upload your own photo, your own images. And we've seen this before with skin companies, but never before with a slider style case company. So this is something new and I'm really excited to show you guys. But before I go ahead and show you my case, let's go ahead and check out the website so I can show you how you can customize your own case. And let's go there now. Okay, so here we are at the GetUncommon.com website. And right off the bat you see you'll have two main options. You can choose to make your own case, which we'll get into in just a second. And you can browse from the artwork that they already have submitted by their own artists. So if you guys don't want to create your own case, you can choose from their artwork. But really, the whole point of Get Uncommon is to make your own case. So let's go ahead and click on the Make Your Own Case. And it'll take you to this screen where you will choose what device you have. And here we have one for the iPhone 3G, 3GS. If you go down, they have some for the upcoming devices that are coming out. You have the iPad, iPod Touch, and BlackBerry Storm 2. But what we have is the iPhone. Now the case does retail for $39.95, which is a pretty pricey case. But when you think about it, regular sliders cost around $30, and really you're getting one that's customized to the way you like it and something that is totally you. So for $10 more. So really, I wouldn't say it's that bad. But what you're going to do is you're going to click the Customize and Buy, and it's going to pop up this screen in the middle. Give it a little bit to load. And you can choose to upload new artwork, select from your gallery. Now the artwork is printed at 300 dpi, so make sure that you're uploading photos at least 2000 by 2000 megapixels in size, and they have to be a JPG or PNG file. Now you can go ahead and resize your photos in common photo editors or in other programs such as Photoshop. So we're going to go ahead and click the Upload New Artwork, and once you click that you'll get a little pop-up, and we'll go ahead and browse for our pictures. Now here we are on my pictures, and I do have one pre-made, and let's go ahead and upload it. Just give it a second to upload to the canvas. Alright, and now it's starting to upload. You can use the resize and re-edit. Okay, so here is my photo, but what you can do, you can click on these little buttons on the side. We'll go ahead and rotate it, and a little pop-up will come up, and you can rotate it by degrees. Let's go ahead and rotate it 90 degrees. And you could also type it in 90 degrees. And once we have that set, it'll go ahead and adjust. And there we have it. Now you can also click the resize, so you can actually make it smaller or bigger. And we're going to go ahead and adjust this. And you go ahead and just grab it, move it around to where you want it. And that looks good. Right, just about there. Just make sure that it is big enough to fit around all these little squares. So I think we need to resize ours just a little bit more. And once you have it filled up all the way around, you can just go ahead and add it to cart. And from there, it'll go ahead and process your order and take you to checkout. So that is the customization process, and that is the website. Now let's go ahead and jump into our close-up cam so I can go ahead and show you the finished product of the case. Alright, so here we have the finished product, and check that out guys. This is the official Get Uncommon Castro 5661 case. And I gotta say, this came out way better than expected. The image is super clear on here. I actually made this design myself in Photoshop. I threw a few little graphic designs at the bottom, my logo there along with the Castro 5661, and it came out way better than expected. Super clear, really, really nice. Now the case itself is a glossy finish though, so it will attract fingerprinting and smudging, so that might be a little bit of a problem. But aside from that, the case is a very solid case. It's made from a nice thick plastic, and on the front you do have the little Get Uncommon logo, and on the inside you have this little bubble, sort of like a little jelly bubble, and it has the GetUncommon.com website right there. Now, one thing you'll notice is that this is a slider style case, but it doesn't have any guardrails like some of the other slider style cases out there. Like Rebel Scholar, they have those 2 guardrails. This one is all clear plastic, or all white plastic, all the way through. So there are no rails, no nothing like that. But then again, there are no jagged edges, no flash sticking out of the plastic, and I haven't had any issues with it scratching my phone. So let's go ahead and throw the phone in here. Very easy to insert. You just go ahead and slide it in, and once you have that side in, you go ahead and pop in the bottom. And I don't know why the bottom has this little barcode, maybe to track the image or something like that, but either way, let's go ahead and slide that in, and there you have it. So check that out, guys. It looks really nice, especially when on the iPhone. Now, as for in the hand feel, it gives you a really nice and surprisingly a grippy in the hand feel. And I say surprisingly because typically with these glossy type finish cases, they're a little bit slippery at times, but this plastic actually feels like it has sort of a tackiness to it, which helps provide for a little extra grip onto the case. Now, the case itself doesn't add much bulk to the phone. It's pretty slim fitting. And one thing that is very unique about this Uncommon case is the button access. On the volume rocker and on the power button, they actually have these little tabs that cover them. And I say that because typically with slider style cases, you only have cutouts. You have big circle cutouts. And with this one, you actually have these tabs covering the volume rocker, and I gotta say, they surprisingly work really well. You get a good amount of feedback from them. Now, aside from that, you do have your vibrate switch exposed. You have a little cutout for that, and you can use that no problems. Your headphone jack has a nice big cutout, so you should be able to use most of your headphones with that. And the power button, once again, it is covered, and you do get feedback when you press it. Now, on the bottom, you do have a completely cut out bottom piece, so you should be able to use your sync tray, your microphone, and your speakers with no problem. And as for protection, you're getting a good amount of protection with this case, starting with the lay on the table design. So you'll see that there is a lay on the table design right there. It has a nice little lip. And the case itself actually covers all the chrome, so you don't have to worry when you go ahead and lay your phone down on the table. And while we're talking about the screen, I do want to note that the case itself works with screen shields. I don't have one on right now, but when I did have one on and I was testing out the case, I didn't have any issues with my screen shield lifting, anything like that. Now, as for drop protection, you're actually getting a pretty good amount of drop protection with this case. It is a hard plastic case, and the corners are actually reinforced to give you a little bit extra protection if you do drop it. Now, overall, guys, I can definitely recommend this case to you guys. Not only are you getting a top-of-the-line slider-style case, you're getting a case that represents you. It represents your personality. It represents what you like. It is you. So that was my review of the customizable capsule case from Get Uncommon for the iPhone 3G and 3GS. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it informative. And if you guys want to check this out, by all means, go do so. Go check out the website, getuncommon.com. Play around with their tool. You might end up making a case that you like, and you might end up getting it. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. Until next time, this is Castro5661. Peace.